Live from Peking and Fort Pierce. You probably wonder why I'm in Peking or Fort Pierce. December 26th, the day after Christmas. Gonna get out of this here Customer's Way. Peking and Fort Pierce, US 1. I'm winking and signaling at my passenger. So guys, when somebody come to Fort Pierce, my hometown, one of the many forts throughout the United States of America, some of the locals here say Fort Pierce. I know y'all been waiting on that from me. Yeah, I'm in Fort Pierce for Christmas. Even did a family bike ride yesterday through the neighborhood. That was really cool. But I'm here in my hometown of Fort Pierce, Florida, at the Peking. My passenger here got a Lyft ride. I'm so thankful to my dad and my brother. They just do not like to see me out of order. They don't like to see me out of order. So a few maintenance issues they tend to. So respect and props to my dad and my brother. You know I know how to make it manifold over. Manifold over. Faith in God. They will never go without. That's not happening. None of my immediate. That's not happening. Sticking together when we have and when we have little. Rooted in love. So I thank them. Fresh battery, brand new. Got these tires here. But my passenger, I turn on the app with Lyft, pick them up at the Walmart, the one Walmart we have in Fort Pierce. We have one Walmart Supercenter. So shout out to Walmart, which you can get same day delivery with many delivery companies as an outlet. I'm a part of one of them, Postmates. I did it earlier. After the battery got changed, before I got the tires. That's because I work a lot. That's what they want to do for me, partly as a gift for Christmas. So didn't ask. They just wanted to do that for me. Passenger is telling me he drives trucks. He's from Houston. He's from the H, from Houston, Texas. Houston Astros, Houston Rockets, Houston, Texas, from Houston, Texas. This fellow is good. I'm just waking. I don't want him to feel like I'm bothered. I just want to show you my own location. He's good. I just want to miss the opportunity to tell you about one of the most loved, most cherished, most respected restaurants, and especially in the Chinese segment, Peking and Fort Pierce. And I'm going to provide the links in the description of the video because guess what? I've delivered from here in Peking before. My passengers said I don't want them to think I'm just like impatient or nothing, but I want to tell you about it. When you come to Fort Pierce, meet a local. Meet somebody like me. Even if they've been out of town for a while, we can tell you. Our town's not really the biggest. It's a port city. It's a developing port. So look out for the hashtag the Port of Fort Pierce. Hashtag Port of Fort Pierce. It's a developing place. It's redevelopment. It's one of the older cities in America. Brother, it's older, you know. May not be, but this is one of those landmarks. You might want to come to Peking. If you can smell these sweet scallions in the air. Smell it. It smells good. And the light cooking oils that Asian people tend to use. Good. So you come in and dine in. The dining room is reopening. Peking is open from Monday to Thursday, 11 in the morning till 9. And guess what they deliver? They can deliver to you whether you're at home, you're at work, you got an office party, you want to bring something to the office party. You might want to deliver something to your family location. You might be doing something. You might be over in a camping site. We have camping sites, RV sites. You might be at a beachside post. You might want that delivered over there while you're at one of these public beach parks. You might want it at home. You might want it over family's place. That's the beauty of it. These companies don't have it to where it's fixed at your permanent home address. You can get it delivered where you want to. I've used Postmates, for example, when I was getting my car repaired. I mentioned a lot of car repairs here. So shout out to that company. I'm going to remember that company's name. They financed me on the quick. When I got introduced to Toilex, they also service Jeeps. I had a Toyota Corolla. It was just a little under a year ago. I had a Toyota Corolla. And this company is Dignify. Just like your dignity, Dignify. Dignify can get you a loan, I believe, up to $5,000 or $7,500 to get your car repaired. So if you're in that situation right now, look up Dignify, D-I-G-N-I-F-I. So Dignify had it to where I could choose the person I wanted to service my car. So Dignify, got that done, and I ordered from Postmates. I remember it was a mother and a daughter. They arrived with my order from the Nature's Table. Y'all know I like the Nature's Table. I'll do a lot for the Nature's Table, sharing their posts, or I'll create a video from scratch while I'm at the Nature's Table, or I'll put it in my story. So this here, a lovely local restaurant, Peking. Smell the sweet scallions in the air. Eat your vegetables, scallions, white onions, yellow onions, carrots. Eat your vegetables. Things that you would get in Chinese food. Pastor said, I got to have this rice. And in relation to what he said, everybody has a different body type. Food is essential. Food is a part of your performance. Sports performance is one thing, but he and I were talking life performance, your mental acuity, your mental alertness. Sometimes you need that. Everybody's body's different. To one, that may mean rice. To one, that may mean to one, that may be potatoes. So he said he was letting me know, and he gave me a little extra on patting. He gave me a lot of extra money. He just needed a caring person to do it, and I got time on my hand, and I will be getting back to time with my family. I spent hours today at the home base and about scavenging and other things done. But I have time. I want y'all to understand that about Uber and Lyft. Every Uber and Lyft driver isn't in a hurry. We're not all in a hurry. So don't be afraid to make that request. It's the pick you got as a driver. All you got to do is, if you're looking to get in this industry, do your trips through the app. You want to do that for all purposes. You want to do your trips through the app. The trip is in the app. All you got to do is no new requests for it in Lyft. That little button that's on, you just tap it. It's going to slide to the bam. What that means is you're on trip with your passenger, which I am on trip with my passenger. That covers me and him to that destination for all intents and purposes. What that does is stops new requests from jumping in there, because right now I have it to where it automatically matches me at the next and the next. Right now I have that off. Trip is on trip. So this gentleman here, he drives trucks. That's part of his career. He's telling me about very multicultural fellow. This brother told me he was Portuguese, African, and a couple things and all that. And that just shows the enduring American spirit. That enduring American spirit. No matter where you come from, what you look like, we find our way in this country. And I think everybody, once they exposed to the opportunity to find their way, whatever that may be, whether it be in transportation, whether it be in real estate, whether it be in logistics, whether it be in information technology, whether it be in medicine and allied health, that ability to find whatever it is, those aren't the only ways to go. Whatever it is, it brings you fulfillment, and it sure enough bring in the money. You're doing it for the money, but it brings you fulfillment as well. That's amazing. Just to press that much story in this amount of time. So to make my customer happy, I was fully intending to bring them to Peking. Unfortunately, I found out Top's China, he wanted to be close. He didn't want to inconvenience me. That's his heart. I didn't feel like I was being inconvenienced. I would have taken him to Peking anyway. I pull up to the old Kmart Plaza. Top's China is now closed. My mother been in Top's China with our family. Rest in peace to Mama, my sweet Mama. Mama been in there with us. My dad liked Top's China. My baby brother and I been to Top's China. My big sister been to Top's China. A lot of my family been to Top's China. I didn't know Top's China closed. For lease space was right in the door space. I was like, man, I didn't know they closed. Over in the old Kmart Plaza. So all you business people looking to have a storefront, whether you got shoes, you selling Jordans, you selling clothes, you selling food, that Kmart Plaza wide open. Wide open. CC, was it Little Caesars? Little Caesars is still there. Got Little Caesars, a hair store. You got a fresh Burger King over there on the property. And then at this moment, I want to remind you something I learned. You might want to pick up from the Rich Dad Poor Dad series. Rich Dad Poor Dad. I believe it was Rich Dad's Prophecy or Rich Dad's Guide to Investing. About what the rich invest in it refers to a part of land use called a triple net lease. People who own those strip plazas, those mall plazas, that's triple net lease. Since I got on where the Burger King is, Burger King sits there. Its building is there. Brand new, fresh Burger King. But when you see that type of real estate business, what happens is there's a family or a trust or an LLC, something along that line. Somebody's family is benefiting for being on prime US 1. That road I showed you out there is US 1 that goes, I believe, from Key West to the state of Maine. Everybody on that property is paying that family or that LLC or that trust, however that goes. There's probably a family that owns it in the LLC and it goes to the trust and the trust pays the family. Now, I don't yet have these things, but it's best to learn these things before you have these things. So when you win the $300 million Powerball, the $300 million Mega Million, when you win on FanDuel and DraftKings on all this sports extravaganza at the end of the year and the beginning of the year here,